Hello, everyone. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor in Paradise, a guy's review. Going to play a couple of voicemails from you following the Dale and Claire breakup and some random questions you've asked me on the Facebook community page. So we'll get right into that. First, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at DNeals. Like this video, subscribe, and also join the Patreon if you want to support my channel in other ways. Patreon.com/Dave Neal for extended stand-up comedy videos and private podcasts. All right, so let's play our first voicemail here. This is from LeVar Michael. You are up.
Hey, what's up, my man? It's LeVar Michael. I'm calling from Los Angeles. Just wanted to do a take on Dale Moss and Clare Crawley. They both seem like amazing people, just in different places. Not a big deal. They didn't work out. I wish they wouldn't have got back together if she knew that he wanted different things, but when your heart's involved, it's hard to really move on. So I hope they both find people that are right for them, but the relationship just didn't work out.
Thank you so much there, LeVar. Yeah, now here's the problem. You get engaged in some perfect scenario. Their case in Palm Springs where you're just worried about people's attraction level and then chemistry. Now we factor in the fact that they're from other sides of the country. She has a sick parent. She's got another illness she's dealing with, and he's a lot younger, and he's enjoying this new found lifestyle. Probably has money for the first time. All these things. It's just a different scenario. So you can be good people, and people said, hey, shame on Dale for stringing her along. And then people said, well, if he told her what he was all about, and she went back to him, she was either okay with it. Maybe she didn't set proper boundaries. We don't know. Chances are when these things happen, you could look at both sides to blame. It takes two to tango. We haven't heard their statements yet. We don't know what they're going to say. Maybe they're going to wait a month or so for the dust to settle to make sure it's official. I'm really not too sure, but we'll have to see how it all goes down. All right, let's go to our next voicemail.
Hey, Dave. It's Courtney from South Carolina.
Hi, Courtney.
I love it when I see the little old Dave peek through. Come on, you guys. Can it? I love it. Anyway, I'm very eager to follow up with the Bachelor in Paradise conclusion because truly, be careful who you bang.
That's it.
Courtney
Breaking
out.
news. Courtney out. You got to be careful who you bang.
Be careful who you bang.
That's it right there, folks. I don't even know what you're talking about when you said the old Dave peeked through. That sounds creepy. Oh, here's old Dave peeking through. That doesn't sound good. I don't even know what that's referencing. Someone did call me a closet misogynist, which I feel like everyone's got thoughts in their head. To call me a closet misogynist is almost a compliment. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not, but it's like, what do you even mean? What are you saying? If you can't call me an outright misogynist, now you're calling me a closet misogynist? Not you, Courtney, but that's what, but then again, I get thousands of comments from people. So clearly I'm not going to, if I was a field goal kicker, you try to kick a field goal, you're going to be right 75% of the time. But every once in a while, you're going to miss a field goal. Does that make you a closet bad field goal kicker? No, you're a good field goal kicker. You just miss sometimes. I feel like that with my own takes. Sometimes I miss with my takes, and you go, oh, you came off wrong. And I go, well, that happens. You come off wrong sometimes. I don't even know if that's what you're talking about. But anyway, that was my thought there. That was my digression.
Hi, Dave. This is Gina. I'm from North Carolina.
The Carolinas.
I wish I were somewhere that I'd be able to see your stand-up shows with some ease because I would totally go.
I'll come to Carolina.
But I just wanted to give you a shout-out because I love your channel. I love all the content. I'm always so impressed with how much content you can put out there. And I'm still working on it, but I think from your point of view, I think I can get my boyfriend on board for watching the show, just because I think that he would agree with you, and then maybe that would make him like The Bachelor.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
But thank you so much for all that you do. I appreciate you, and I wonder if this will be shared. I hope so.
It's here.
Okay, bye.
It's made it. Thank you so much, Carolinas. I'd love to come to the Carolinas and do some stand-up shows there. Nothing in the books just yet, but I would love for that to happen. Let's go to, I don't know if I can play this full voicemail, but we got another phone call here.
Hi, David. Sure from Hollywood. First of all, thank you for playing my messages, whether inebriated or not. First and foremost, I do think that you and Tasha and I can be, like, friends. I live here in Hollywood. We're, like, neighbors. I may be a little silly before talking about things, but, like, honestly, like, with all my heart, I love your show. I love everything you do.
Thank you.
And I am a talented hairdresser, and I know you have a stylist and stuff with your hair, but I could do your hair too. And I know this is off hours, and it's not something that, like, you'll play on the show, but you played other drunken messages, and anyways.
All right, so that's that. So, hey, maybe for my 50,000 live streams, I should get you to do my hair on the live stream. You want to get a haircut on the live stream? Listen, someone got mad at me for playing drunk voicemails, and they said it comes off sad. And to me, it's like, well, that's on the receiver if they feel sad. Maybe you just like to go out a couple nights a week, get drunk, and then call me. Who knows? Some people like to go to McDonald's drive-thrus drunk. You like to give me a call drunk. I don't think that's sad at all. All right, so let's get right into the next thing. So in the Dave Neal community, which again, if anyone has any other, well, we'll keep that name for a while. But we are a tight-knit community. I'm so happy for all the supportive people that are in there. I made this message yesterday. I'll be gone all day today, filming a fun project, so no live streams. I'll have some content coming out though, so ask me anything here and I'll respond in a video. So here are my responses. So let's get right into them. Of course, I'm recording this at 7 a.m. I got to run straight from here to go film all day long, and then I probably won't watch Bachelor in Paradise till Wednesday morning early, and then we'll get to that recap. But Lisa says, how's Tasha? Tell her the Bearcats miss her. Tasha's doing okay. She's recovering. She has pneumonia, but I think she's recovering okay. Jennifer, as my fiance, Jennifer says, what was your first stand-up gig? When did you know you were hilarious? My first time ever performing at a comedy club was at the Comedy Store about a decade ago. When did I know I was hilarious? I still wouldn't say I'm hilarious. There's a self-governing thing within the body that's like work harder, try harder. But I will say that from a young age, I wasn't funny, but I had the muscle to look at things irreverently and question authority. And I think questioning authority and looking for the funny within moments where there isn't any, and maybe that's from going to Catholic church as a kid and being so bored out of my mind. But boredom is a big part of it. Here's a problem with today's generation is we have too much TikTok and too many, you can't consume and create at the same time, right? So by being bored, by putting yourself out there and letting your mind think, that's where it takes you to the creative places. We need to do that more often. Josie says, how did you and Tasha meet? You talk so much about other people's love stories, so let's hear yours. I've shared this a million times, so that's why I don't share it too much, because it's annoying to share. We met on the set of a HBO miniseries called Mildred Pierce, and we were both dressed in old, 1920s wardrobes, and we were extras on a TV show. That's how we met. You can find the photos of that somewhere deep on my Instagram. Karen Henry, why don't they have dogs, cats on the Bachelor universe? I like to see contestants have to groom or clean up after the Bachelorette. I think that's a great idea. I think that's a fantastic idea. If you have your dog or cat, then you should want to see how your potential partners react to them if they're dog or cat people. What you should do is like set them up with a dog or cat with a hidden camera and then see how they act when they don't think you're watching. Araceli, if you could interview anyone dead or alive, who would it be and why? Steve Carell. Steve Carell is my, I would say my favorite comedic influence, and I would love to just pick his brain. Yeah, it's not that exciting. I was thinking about this: presidents, former dictators. No, Steve Carell. Yeah, the guy from The Office for sure. Ishita Basu says, why did you move from New York to LA? If you could move anywhere else in the world, where would that be? I moved to open for a stand-up comedian on a tour and then ended up staying. If I could live anywhere else, where would it be? Probably a small beach town in the Caribbean somewhere. I love beaches. I love community. So I'd love to live somewhere where I can just drive my golf cart around town, get to know some of the locals, but also have the ability to like not feel so isolated. Like I wouldn't want to be in some resort with no one around. I love company. I love quiet time. I like to balance the two. How in the HEE hockey sticks did you get wrapped up into recapping Bachelor stuff? I decided to do it about 6 years ago maybe, as like a fun project to just like do something fun online. Got a lot of love for it, and then when the pandemic hit, I started doing it full time. Lee McKay says, would love to hear a bit more about your childhood and how it shaped you. Raised by a single mom remarried when I was 11. I think I get most of my work ethic. I think someone else might have asked this question, but I get my work ethic from my mom. Single mom, no child support. She raised us, worked so hard. And I got a lot of that from her, and I got a lot of my humor from my stepdad. When he entered the life, I saw that he had a much more sort of lighthearted way of being. Not everything had to be serious, and that's when I got to sort of appreciate his humor. He's a very funny, very charismatic guy. Janice says, do you two have plans to come to vacation, staying up on Vancouver Island? We've been to Vancouver Island. If you want, we have a vlog about it, which we did years ago. We went caving. We had so much fun. We went to Victoria and Port Hibernia. Is that a name? Anyway, I can send you the vlog for that. You can go find it. It's on Tasha's YouTube channel, Tasha Courtney. Sarai says, who is your favorite Bachelor and Bachelorette from the entire franchise? Honestly, Kenny's close, and I know he's not a Bachelor or Bachelorette, but Kenny's close. I love that guy. I really liked JoJo, although I don't know why. She's nice and all. I don't know. As far as guys go, Ben Higgins was like your average guy that he might not have been too flashy, but I really liked him too. Barbara says, would you ever do a collaboration with Canadian comedian and actor Johnny Harris? I don't know him, and I mean that in an insulting way, but hit me up with him. I'd love to. Hey, if you know any comics in Canada that need an opener, give me a reason to come on up there. Regine says, congrats on the continued success, Dave. With all your hard work, you deserve to blow all the way up. Oh, thanks so much. Not a question, Regine. Appreciate you. Merci beaucoup. Regine coming in from Montreal. Angel says, how did you become so incredibly funny? Did you have a great sense of humor as a youngin'? Sports teams are a great place for guys and girls to just have a lot of free time to banter. And I did a lot of bantering on my football team and baseball team. And I was surrounded by so many funny guys that you had to just compete to get a word in. Nancy says, who are some of your favorite stand-up comics? Bill Burr is probably the one that I see as like my generation's like George Carlin. There's others that are not my style that I really appreciate. There's just so many huge. I mean, if you go through like old clips of Patrice O'Neal and Robert Kelly is, if you want to find someone that you might not know, somebody that I've always loved, who's just a beast of a comic. Georgianne Daly says, who inspires you? That's a good question. A lot of people that inspire me aren't famous. They're just the people I work with in my everyday life. Like when you're with talented peers, you just want to one up each other, not in like a competitive do better than you way, but like I want to impress my friends. I want to impress the people that I show up to stand-up gigs with. I want to impress my family. So I'm inspired by I would say I'm inspired by the belief that other people have in me. When someone else believes in me, I don't want to let them down. I want to deliver. You know what I mean? Linda says, hi, Dave. Your plan to do a live stream for the Bachelor house sounds awesome. I've driven by the house and it's pretty cool. How many people would be able to attend? If I did a live stream for the Bachelor house, it would cost me, I think, $6,000 a night with a 3-night minimum. And I think I can only have 13 people there that are sleeping over. I don't know how many I can have there in the flesh, but if I do that, I'll probably auction off the other bedrooms and then do some sort of live stream event where people can like virtually stream in. A lot of semantics I need to work through though, so I don't really know. Nancy says, I want to know more about Boone. How old is he, and do you have any pictures of him as a puppy? He's just the cutest. Hope he is feeling well these days. I lost my almost 15-year-old Sheba Foxy a month ago, and now I live vicariously through other people's doggos. Love your content. Hope Tasha is feeling better. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, Nancy. That's really, I get the feeling. We almost lost Boone a few months ago when his stomach flipped and he had last minute surgery. Boone's 13. He's 13 going on 80. He's an old man. He still gets it up and he still runs around and all that jazz if he's inspired. Otherwise, he sleeps nonstop. He's super lazy. We love him to death. Whenever I'm filming, he runs in here to be next to me, to sleep on the floor. Right by my side here on this little jute rug that we have. Boone's a long-haired basset hound from Tennessee, named after Boone County, which is where my fiance is from. And we'd love to have a basset hound farm. We'd love more basset hounds. It's kind of Tasha's favorite dog. They're lovable. They're stubborn. They're cute. They really are the cutest, dumbest. They're smart, but they're also dumb. Like they know when to be smart, like when they're looking for food, but they're dumb. Like they know when to play dumb. They're the perfect dog. So if you want, Boone's got his own Instagram channel. We don't post on it much, but you can see all of his puppy photos there at Boone the Basset, BOONETHEBASSETT. Is it 2 T's or 1 T? Basset. Either way, you'll figure it out. All right. Well, I think that gets us through this Q&A. So yeah, to sum things up, I appreciate you guys thinking I'm hilarious. comedy comes, they say comedy comes from like pain over time. I don't think I've lived a very painful life by any means, but you know, your typical grew up in a quiet, single mom household. When my mom remarried, then there was other dynamics that were complicated that you have to work through. A lot of my pains I feel in life are like codependency, you know, things I talk about all the time on here, nothing I'm ashamed to talk about. So I've had to battle my own jealousy and expectations I set for other friends. Oh, I do things for other friends and then they let me down, and then I'm like spiraling and like, how could you? And you just learning to take people for what they can offer you, wherever they can meet you in their friendship, and trying to like release the soul from bitterness, trying to just be better today than I was yesterday, not have my own hang-ups on things, because no one's harder on ourselves than we are. We are the harshest critic. And as a creator, that doesn't help you. Every day I need to be like, it's okay, Dave, you tried your best today, try again tomorrow. With stand-up comedy, you fail more often than you succeed. So when the success starts to come, for me after 10 years of little success here, little success there, to have audience come to shows and bring me gifts, like, you know, the audience that made this cross stitch and all the different gifts that I've gotten, and mugs and coffee and toys for the dog and all of the donations, it's humbling. And every single thing I get, not one time have I taken it for granted, because I know what it's like to work all the side jobs and the side hustles. Stand-up comedy, it does wonders for creating humility because of how difficult and challenging it is. And for whatever reason in this world, I came here as a spiritual entity into this meat suit and wanted a hard challenge. And this has been the hard challenge, trying to provide it with a career that, you know, like I've always said, you're an intern until you're a CEO. And I'm not saying I'm a CEO, but by building equity within my product here, by building my own subscribers and not waiting for comedy clubs to accept me or people to open my emails or casting directors to hire me, by creating this equity, it brings the ball back into my court. So if I can offer any advice to people, it is build equity in whatever it is you're trying to do. Build your email list, build your fan base, build your buyers, your audience. That way you don't have to hear no's from other people, and you can do whatever creation it is that you want to do, and do it unapologetically. So good luck with all of that, guys. I got to go film something. So if you want, you can go check me out on Instagram at DNeals. I'll be out there filming all day. The sun's coming up, which means I'm now late for not late, but I now have to get to my job, shave a little bit, and put a nice outfit on. So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for being a part of this little Q&A. Appreciate it. Leave a comment if I missed anything, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.